Okay. That was super blurry. God. I think that's a little better. Okay. Boom, boom, bam. Boom, boom, bam. There we go. Boom, boom, bam. I'm back again. Pulling a double header. Welcome back to the Great Debate Show. It's your favorite uncle in the world, Uncle JJ. And as always, I got something to say. Or as Cody Rose normally says, what do you want to talk about? I'm going to talk about Monday Night Raw for August 11th, 2025. Another boring Monday Night Raw, kind of. Very predictable, kind of. Whatever, let's get to it. Hello, OC, CG in the building. Thank you for coming back, rocking with me. Says hi to you. Thank you. I'm finna get into it right now. Immediately hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you, the good listeners on YouTube. TikTok as well. I'm back, pulling a doubleheader. I do have to say I was not live earlier today on YouTube. I only did the TikTok live today, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I had some issues where I couldn't have both devices. I'm good now for the night. We'll be back tomorrow. This is why it's always important to follow The Great Debate Show on every platform. The Great Debate Show is available on YouTube. Subscribe. The Great Debate Show is available on TikTok. Follow. But you can also follow The Great Debate Show page on Facebook and Instagram and on X, formerly known as Twitter, because you never know which one I'll go live on. Now, hopefully here soon, I'm going to have all the 4 or 5 devices that I need. But for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time going live on my MacBook with some of these things. But I'm finna put all these apps in here and I'm going to see can I get it straight, because I need to be going live on all of them, to be honest with you. But it's usually TikTok and YouTube every day, weekdays that is, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Follow, subscribe. All right, I'm here for the post show. Earlier today, I talked about all the football news from this past weekend, from, Shadur Friday night with the Cleveland Browns to Caleb Williams not playing on Sunday with the Chicago Bears, to how the Chicago Bears looked defensively and their pass rush. I talked about all of that on earlier today's episode, which, again, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you missed that, please go back and check that out. That's why you have to follow, so you won't miss that content. I had a lot to say, though, about everything from Shadur and the Browns to the injury from Landon Dickerson, the guard for the Philadelphia Eagles, who turns out to be okay. It's not that bad. What else did I talk about? Karrion Kross and what's her name? Scarlett. They're no longer in the WWE for now. We don't know if that's a work or not, but we're going to find out. I talked about that earlier today because they did this documentary discussing their release and the contract talks and everything. And it's got over half a million views right now. It may very well hit 1 million by in the next couple days. But anyway, we'll see what happens on that. What's up to Bennett in the building on YouTube? Thank you for joining me. What's up to Michael? Michael for joining me also. Michael DeStefano. I haven't saw him before. I think he's new. I'm popping up in people's algorithm. It's about damn time. Thank you for joining me, and welcome to the Great Debate Show. If it's your first time, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy the content and you can stick around with us. Again, hello to Bennett and OCCG. You should try to start streaming on Twitch. You'd probably get more views than Facebook or Twitter. Yeah, Facebook sucks, and Twitter does too, to be honest with you. Yeah, I never thought about Twitch, but yeah, I probably should give Twitch a try, man. Thank you, CG. I think I will. Okay. All right, TikTok. How y'all doing over here? TikTok, you don't stop. I got Angel Sanchez liking the live. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for following me. Raider Nation. Okay, Angel. I got you. Raider Nation is in the building. Let's see here. 182 in the building. Thank you for joining me. Who was that? Ethan the GOAT. What's up, Ethan? Back with us in the building. Thank you for the follow too. Is that Laylee? Is that Laylee or Lolly? 8182. Thank you for the follow. Angel, also thank you for liking the live. Who else is in here? Raider Nation, I see. Bang, bang. What's up, Gene Shields? Bang, bang. Back at you, Gene. Thank you for joining me. San Fran going to the bowl at home. It sure would be great, man. Sure would be great. Deadly. Deadly in the building. Deadly Indian truck driver. Got you. I used to be a truck driver, too. Dig that. Ethan the GOAT. All right. W&K Sports Card. I just got some flowers or some roses or something, too. And I appreciate that. Thank y'all for hitting the likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. Thank you for sending that rose. 182. That's Layla. 182. Thank you, Laylee. And what's this? Who is this voice? Man, my eyes are kind of blurry right about now, man. Voice by Ruben. You are enough, dear person reading this. The world is a better place with you in it. Oh, wow. Thank you. And I wish everybody felt that way about everybody. Good comment there. Thank you. Thank you, Voice by Ruben. W Collection. Thank y'all. Y'all are so kind. Thank you. Okay, super pumped. Football is back. Yes, I have a good feeling about the San Francisco 49ers this year, says Michael Leadingham. I kind of did, but Michael, I don't know what to say right about now. Jordan Watkins, the only faith that we kind of had, the only hope that I think we kind of had with our weak, questionable wide receiver room. I shouldn't say weak, but questionable. Well, Jordan Watkins is now out for a month. He's got a, damn, I forgot what it was. Was it ankle? Or was it, I don't remember. Who cares? Somebody's always going to be hurt for my 49ers. But what I'm trying to say is we've got a lot of injuries. Today, the word came out that the 49ers were down like 30 people. And like they're short of a 90-man roster and they're having a hard time practicing. That's the word out of San Francisco today, as early as this evening. Like, wow. That's how many injuries we have. Yeah, I think it was an ankle. I think you're right, Michael. I think it's an ankle. Out for a whole damn month, man. It was just, we can't win for losing. Love seeing Dominic Pooney get love in San Fran. Pooney, when you got an offensive line that you saw Saturday, Pooney's going to get all the love. He's going to get more love because he's well missed. When you see the line that we saw Saturday, my God. Thank you for the comment, though, Slay Short. It is a lot. We just go through a lot, man. I mean, but the good news is, even though Jordan Watkins is out for a month, Kyle Shanahan says that he expects Brandon Ayuk back by week 6. That's what he says. Now, you can't believe a word Kyle says if you know Kyle like I know Kyle, so take that with a grain of salt. But he says Brandon Ayuk could be back, or he expects him to be back by week 6. Now, John Lynch didn't seem so convinced that he'd be back by week 6. He just said he'd be on the pup, and we kind of go from there. Really don't know. He just said he didn't know. John Lynch usually keeps it real, too. So if he says he didn't know, I will listen to him. Kyle saying this week 6 stuff, is probably just to get us to shut the hell up about why you were not going to get Amari Cooper or somebody like that. I don't know. I see Amari Cooper in the comments, too, as a matter of fact. Let me catch up here on some of the comments. Let us see. Aztec Warrior says, go Cowboys. I hear you, brother. Come on in, Cowboy. Come on in. Shane Riley. Maybe we should go out and get Amari Cooper. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. You got me, Shane. I don't know. But yes, we should. Some people tell me, though, that Amari Cooper's not Amari Cooper anymore. Now, I don't know what really happened with him in Buffalo. I think it was just a matter of getting up to speed to the offense. Maybe he didn't quite catch on to it yet. I've heard it was half that, and I've heard it was half he was dealing with an injury. But then again, he kind of deals with those a lot, so I don't know what to make of Amari Cooper, but man, it's better than what we got right now, though, isn't it? Good comment, Shane Riley. Super Bowl champs in 26, okay? I heard you, Warrior. Larry Lamar says, let's go Bucks. All right, I see you. OCCJ, let's go Ravens. That's right. Flock Nation, okay. The second coming is in the building. He says, Bo Nix is underrated and should have won Rookie of the Year. Okay. Thank you for the comment, second coming. He should have looked a lot better last night then for someone that should have won Rookie of the Year. He did not look too good. I mean, not last night, Saturday night in Levi Stadium against a backup defense. Now, I do think Bo Nix is going to be all right. I think. And if he does, the Broncos, yeah, sky's the limit. But we'll see. Hi to you, Marcus. Thank you for coming in. Who is going to win the NFC North, says Dax Anderson. I would like to think it's still going to be the Detroit Lions, but I don't know. I'm not the one to think that losing the OC and the DC is that big of a problem for the Detroit Lions because they got so much talent. And I'm hearing right now that they're really, they've got a rookie wide receiver right now that's turning heads in practice. A third-round pick named Isaac Tesla, something like that. So it's hard to say that the Lions are still not going to win. I would love for the Bears to step up and jump over somebody. I would love for the Packers to come back and do what they did in 23. But winning the division, it's still probably going to be the Detroit Lions. If not the Lions, I don't know. I want to say the Vikings, but because I love Kevin O'Connell, but damn, I don't know what to say about J.J. McCarthy. He didn't look bad, though, Saturday. I forgot to mention him earlier today. McCarthy didn't look bad either for the short period of time that we saw him. And, yeah, it's the Lions or the Vikings, man. The North is so tough, though, bro. The North is real tough. Good question. Shite in the building said, is Shanahan the guy? He's not my guy. But he's the 49ers head coach still. Cooper is washed. Get some young talent. Who is Cooper? Oh, Amari Cooper. Yeah, we were just talking about him. Well, we've got a lot of young talent, but I don't know how talented they are. And if they are, they're not healthy. Thank you, Second Coming. How do you think our defense will do this season, Shane Riley? Okay, Shane, hold up. I'll read so many of y'all comments. Yeah, okay, he's a Niner because he said we should go out and get Cooper. Okay, so he is speaking of us when he says that. I don't know, man. I would say that defense by mid-season, I think Robert Saleh could have them looking like a competent defense where they could be in the middle of the pack. If we could be somewhere in the middle of the pack, I think we'll be fine. But, y'all, I don't like what I see from Alfred Collins, though. I'm sorry. This is Overreaction Monday. So if I can overreact, I'm going to say Alfred Collins looks like a bust. He looks terrible. He just looks like a big sack of potatoes. He doesn't know what to do. He can't move. There's no athleticism. He can't even use his hands well. Everything that I saw on the tape, C.J. West is already better than him. The Niners do great from rounds 4 through 7, but they're terrible rounds 1 through 3. Now, that's just Overreaction Monday. Alfred Collins has plenty of time to get himself together and get better. But he definitely looked bad from what I saw on Saturday night. Minus him, I think Robert Saleh will get this defense up the park. But you still have to give him the right groceries to cook with. You know? And I mean, we think that every pick damn near was Saleh, or he had his influence in it, but we don't know for sure if every pick was a Robert Saleh pick. Thank you for the question, though, Shane. I don't know. What do you think? How do you think we're going to do? Drooly in the building. I only stopped because I seen the Niners logo. Bang, bang. Well, I hope you can stick around for a minute, if you don't mind. Thank you for joining, Drooly. I know I haven't saw you before, but hope you can stick around. I'm talking everything, including Niners. Rob has a sick bias. You debate any college football? I do. As a matter of fact, earlier today, we were debating the top 5 teams. As I released the new college AP poll, college football poll that came out earlier today, and we discussed for a brief moment on number 1, Texas, number 2, who we thought was gonna be Ohio State, but it's not. It's Penn State. 3 is Ohio State, and I think I've already forgotten 4 and 5. Was it Georgia at 4 and no, Notre Dame was 6, so I don't remember who 5 was. But either or, we talked about it earlier today, and I was a little hard on James Franklin, just a little bit. He gets a lot of credit. He's well-liked, and that's cool. I like him too. But it's time to show us why you're so liked and why you get so much praise. Get this team to the college football playoffs. Get them to the Final Four. Get them to the national championship game. How about that? That's what we debated earlier today, Rob. So come on back and subscribe because, yes, we do debate that all. Dax Anderson in the building. Adam Thielen for the league minimum. He's not a Panther anymore, Dax? I thought Adam Thielen is a free agent. He's washed, though, isn't he? Well, maybe not washed, but isn't he rinsed? Is Aaron Rodgers washed? He's rinsed. Maybe not quite washed, but he's rinsed. Let's see how he does year 2 coming from the ACL. Thank you, The Second Coming, for subscribing to the Great Debate Show. Thank you. It's hard to get subscribers, man. It really is. So I appreciate each and every one whenever I get it. Aztec Warrior says, Rob has Hook'em Horns, SEC champs. Yeah. That could happen. That could happen. Are you a Texas Longhorn fan and a Cowboy? It makes sense. But question for you. We talked about this earlier today as well and Friday. Arch Manning. Only 3 starts. We know, not a lot. But a lot of people have already said, hey, man, he's going to be the shit. Going to have a good year. He'll be in the draft. Number 1 pick. His granddaddy said, no, he ain't going to be in no draft. We haven't saw enough, so I agree with his grandpa for right now. But if he has a good year, Heisman Trophy winner or at least Heisman Trophy candidate, if he blows it out of the water, shouldn't he be going to the 2026 NFL draft? If he kills it. Now, if he doesn't do so good or if he's okay, yes, come back. Get you some more reps in. Have you another college season. But if he snaps out, I don't see how he comes back to Texas. That's just my 2 cents. What do y'all think about that? That's what we talked about earlier today. But, hey, they're number 1. So somebody thinks that Texas could win the championship, Aztec. OCCG, why is YouTube popping out tonight? It's normally really slow. That hard work is paying out. Stay grinding. Thank you, CG. Thank you. It is kind of popping tonight, and I appreciate it. And TikTok, though, I haven't forgot about you. I'm coming to you. I'm just here to recap Monday Night Raw, but we kind of talking a little football right now, just catching up on some of the news. And while my Niners don't have any wide receivers that are healthy, and the ones that are healthy, we don't know if they're capable enough of being starters in the league. Let's see here. Zach Rose says, hey, Texans starting O-line looks solid. Well, that's good because that's one of the main things that I've questioned this offseason. I keep reminding people on how C.J. Stroud had to play behind an offensive line that was ranked 24th in the league. Not good. Not good. But just because the line was bad, people said, fuck him, we're going to take him out of our top 10. Last year, he was number 10. This year, he's not in the top 10. That's not cool because they didn't block for him. Come on, man. He still had a pretty good year considering. And he had wide receivers in and out of the lineup, not to mention Diggs was out all year. If y'all line is good, Zach Rose, that's good news for your Texans. Really good news. It seems like they could still hold on to the AFC South. It does seem like that. But I do think the Jaguars or the Titans are going to be creeping up on a come up. And they may get like to 8 or 9 wins. But the Texans should still win about 11, right? If not 12, I'm not sure. If they got a solid O-line and that D, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is not out for the season. His ACL is still intact. So that defense is supposed to be like top 5 this year. So good things for Houston, man. Thank you for the comments, Zach. Rob has a sec says, well, they didn't have to play my Gamecocks, Aztec. Okay, they talking about each other. They're talking amongst themselves. I mean, SEC, y'all. College football is back. You see it in the comments. This is what it's all about, baby. It's back and it's time. And I can't wait for Texas and Ohio State, week 1. I can't wait to see who's going to win that one right out the bat. It'll probably be the only loss for either team all season long. But I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what Arch is about. You know, I'm hearing other quarterbacks are just as good, though, if not better. He's just got the Manning last name. So I just can't wait to see if he's really a Manning or is he just getting, you know, the compliments because he's a Manning. We're going to find out. Prime Randy Moss or Justin Jefferson. Ooh, I love me some Justin Jefferson, man. But, man, stop playing. He still got some ways to go before I put him over prime Randy Moss. Thank you for the comment, though. Jonice, is that Jonice? Jonasy? I think that's Jonasy. Thank you for the comment. And no, I love JJ, like I said, but prime Randy Moss, nah. Yeah, still got to go with the freak on that one. Go Vikings, says Farmer Noah. Yeah, all right, Vikes. Best quarterback in defensive end in the league, if not what now? Hold on. If not country, play in Garnett and Black. Oh, he's talking about some SEC stuff, isn't he? If not the country. Okay, gotcha. College football talk. Zach Rose, Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush? The quarterback? The Cowboys? No, he's not a Cowboy anymore. I just saw Cooper Rush the other day. Damn it, I forgot who he's backing up. He's backing up somebody. I just saw him. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves about college football. Dax in the building. Anderson said, subscribe, brother. I am a retired professional wrestler trained by Nick Eugene Dinsmore. This is great. Thank you, Dax. Thank you for the subscribe, and thank you for subscribing. And hey, we got a wrestler in here, and I'm here to talk wrestling tonight. Hang in there, Dax. Here I come. I'm about to do that. Prime Minister also. Prime Minister Chris. Just subscribe to the Great Debate Show. Yeah, we jumping tonight. Is it the CM Punk thumbnail, or I've done that before? What? I don't know, but I do appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming in here, joining me. Shooter McGavin in the building. Who would you suggest we replace Shanahan with? Bill Belichick. If you just let him coach and not be general manager, Bill Belichick. He can leave North Carolina now. Throw him $1 million, $2 million. He can get out of that now in college. I'd take Mike McCarthy right now. I would. I almost said John Gruden, but nah, he was always overrated. Did you hear John Gruden just got a victory against the NFL? Something popped up right before I went live saying that the state of Nevada, and the jury or something has sided with Vegas as far as that whole case. I mean, with Gruden, as far as that whole case about the leaked emails that Gruden claimed that had happened before he resigned with the Raiders. I don't know what all the details of the verbiage in that stuff is in that lawsuit, but it looks like he's a winner. Now, when are we going to hear about Brian Flores? I don't know. Hey, man, when Zach Taylor gets fired, maybe I'd take no, I wouldn't take Zach Taylor. He gets off the slow starts. I'll take Mike McDaniel. I'll take Mike McCarthy. I'll take Bill Belichick. I'll take the next hot offensive coordinator, who could be anybody. You know, I would have took Liam Cohen, who's over there in Jacksonville right now. It's quite a few people I'd take over Kyle, because Kyle never really outcoaches anybody, especially not when it matters. Thank you for the question, though. Yes, I would replace him, though. I'm excited to see what Arch has. Not sure if he deserves to be anointed yet. He has, but he certainly has weapons around him to help. And we're going to see how that pans out. Thank you for the comment, and a good one. Also, Rob. Shooter McGavin says Alfred Collins is our new Kinlaw. See? Even Shooter knows what I'm talking about. He looks like a bust. This is Overreaction Monday. If I must overreact, he looks terrible. But I hope he can tighten that up. It is just Overreaction Monday. He has time to be better. But damn, that didn't look good. Sellers has a year of tape to watch. That's why I give him the nod. Okay. Do you think we should have kept Moody? We did. But no. No, we shouldn't have. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I read that wrong. No, we shouldn't have. Frank Gore or Terrell Owens? Terrell Owens. But I love Frank Gore. Hey, bro. What's up, Shogun? Versus Ohio State, you should see as, and I will as well. Okay, they're still talking about college football. Okay, let me get back to TikTok. A lot of comments I've missed here. Damn, I must be reading this stuff slowly. Okay, I'm going to get back to y'all in a minute. What's up, Dr. Love in the building? Thank you for joining me. You ain't a real Niners fan if you take McCarthy or Belichick over Kyle. You can't tell me what I am, man. I didn't forget how bad the Niners were before he got there. I know. That's why he's still a Niners head coach. That's the only reason why. because Jed York doesn't want to go back to those days. But if you had did a rebuild, that's what it would have been. And I don't know if I want to rebuild with that dude when we're looking at weak offensive line that he never addresses. When we're looking at, you know what? I ain't even gonna explain that. I've been saying this stuff about Kyle Shanahan for a while now, and if you hadn't been following, just think what you want to think. You right, I ain't a real fan. Okay, back to TikTok. Let's get to this wrestling, man. That's what I'm here for. Let's talk about that. Love that you're a WWE fan, but 49er fan. I can't do it. Damn. I thought I had him, but I lost him. Thank you for the comment, Monk, man. Exactly. Preach, brother, says Justin. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, there's no sense in continuing to talk about what you already know. Like, if he thinks Shanahan is good, okay. You keep losing your Super Bowls with Kyle Shanahan. I know if you cool with that, me too. It's just at some point, you get tired of just competing. You want to win the whole thing. Getting this close all the time, you can't really brag about that shit. You can only say so much. Let's be honest. You can only talk so much shit when you get so close but never really win. I just want to win. That's it. I just want to win. If that's what you think, man, holla at you. You ain't got to be here, brother. Just keep it moving. No, I'm not. On whatever you say I am, like I said, brother. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me get into the show. That's enough for reading the comments right now. I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do. The cool guy. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Who's going to replace Shanahan? That's going to make you win. That's going to make you win. I just said a few coaches. We deserve 6 as a fan base. Yes, we do. Do you think Kyle is going to give it to us? That's what I'm saying. Do you think Kyle is going to give it to us? I'm still waiting. It's been 8 years. But let's just do 8 more years of almost winning it all. Let's just do that. That's better than just trying somebody else. Yep. Rams year, bro. I hear you, Jose. Justin says no, but I hope so. Right? Blue Sealbird in the building. Thank y'all for joining me, man. I hope all is well with you tonight. Let's get into the wrestling, shall we? CM Punk kicked off tonight, Monday Night Raw. And he opened up the show and he said that he's pissed because he's not the World Heavyweight Champion. He wish he was the World Heavyweight Champion. Blah, blah, blah. Right? It's always good to see CM Punk, though. Always. But Frank Lucas, Niners. What up, Frank? Where you been? Dennis King talking about let's go Steelers. We got an Eagles fan in here talking back-to-back. Scuba, what's up? Mr. OKC is back in the building, stunting with his trophies and his emojis. With the trophy emojis. Okay, I see you, man. They back. Talking a little wrestling. That's right, Niners, baby. Who said that? Loretta McCall. Wise, Loretta. Thank you. I know we lost 30-9. Blue. I know. It's preseason. Who cares? Nobody cares about winning. Who brags about that? We beat y'all in the preseason. Only Cowboy fans care about that. You know, the Cowboys can beat the 49ers in a preseason game and they'll fuck with you about it. Like, it was the preseason. Bruh, leave me alone. Yeah, we don't care about that. What I care about is what we saw in the first quarter and a half. The first half. Y'all's ones, or the Broncos ones, against our twos, and we kind of smoked y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, CM Punk came out and he was talking. And he said, I promise you, I'm going to regain my title, or that title. The title that he won and then lost very quick because of the cash in. He just says, boy, do I hate the player. The player he's talking about is Seth Rollins. CM Punk said, you followed in my footsteps. You pretended to be CM Punk and you pretended to be injured in order to let everybody's guard down so you could cash in when the time was right. Here's another promise, Seth. I'm going to get my title back. I'm going to take it from you when I get my hands on you. You won't have to pretend to be injured anymore because I'm going to break your legs. He got a good pop, and then it was an even bigger pop after we got LA Knight to come out. LA Knight came out, and they love him. Yeah. But LA Knight wanted to tell CM Punk that, hey, we're cool, no beef, but you know, you kind of effed up what I had going last week, and that was a world heavyweight title match that I should have won or could have won. I had one more chance, and he said, I wanted to tell you right now that you do deserve, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you deserve your rematch. However, I deserve my rematch too. So CM Punk and LA Knight are both talking about how they're deserving to be the champions. The Chicago Bears in the building. What's up, King Eric? Scuba Steve, only thing that matters in the preseason is the first drive. That's right. That's what I'm saying, Scuba. That's what I'm saying. Union Park, Big Joker, Niners. I got a lot of new people in here tonight. I don't know where y'all came from, but I'm glad y'all found me. Thank you. I don't recognize these names. And the Cowboys still lost. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It doesn't matter because it's preseason, but you're not wrong. Home around the world. Man, y'all are crazy, man. Somebody told a real good joke earlier today on the live stream, the one I do at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, weekdays on TikTok and YouTube Live. Just thought I'd put that out there. But if you hit the subscribe button while y'all are here and hit that notification bell, you will not miss any of that content that I'll be providing. And we be having some great debates in here for real. It's your favorite Unc here on the Great Debate Show, Uncle JJ. CM Punk and LA Knight going back and forth, trading words. They not having no beef or nothing. LA Knight just trying to let Punk know, I respect you, but if you're going to get Seth Rollins, get him on your time. Don't get him on my time. Wait till the bell rings. Y'all know CM Punk. He didn't have no time for no apologies. He didn't apologize. He basically told LA Knight, you mean thank you? Thank you for me saving you, because the Bronze were out there on the side of the ring. They were out there in the, in Seth's corner. He smushed you like a pumpkin, with the curve stomps, and he's really been curve stomping the shit out of everybody lately. Got to give Seth Rollins credit for that. For whatever reason, it just looks, they selling the hell out of it. But he let it be known, I saved your life. I saved your career. Had you lost that match, that was it for you. No more title shots, no more nothing. Ooh, CM Punk. Just letting them have it. But he said, man, that title shot is mine. And I saved you from losing your shot, so you still got a shot. But I get my shot first because I was the champion. You haven't been a champion. So you get to the back of the line. I'm the number one contender. So you see where I'm going with this. They went at it, and they went at it, and they went at it. Thank y'all for hitting the like button on YouTube. I appreciate it. I remember I used to have to tell y'all that every night, every day. Now, some of them know they up. Even if they're not going to stay, they just come in and hit that like button, and they ease on out if they ain't got the time or they're not really feeling the wrestling. But the wrestling is what's been getting these people to come in. Everybody's been telling me, football and WWE, oh, I'm in. Subscribe. Never would have imagined. They used to just say we're lame to sit up and talk about wrestlers. It's going to be a troll that's going to come in here in a minute that's going to say it. You talking about grown men in tights? Yeah. I'm also talking about grown women in tights. It's called wrestling, motherfucker. But anyway, CM Punk and LA Knight did their talking. LA Knight said, look, don't step over the line. I'm going to do you two favors. I'm going to do you a favor by I'm going to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And you will get to be in my first title defense after I win that title. Yeah. CM Punk teased LA Knight a lot tonight with the yeahs. Kind of let you know he probably doesn't like his shtick either. His gimmick. But CM Punk told him that because I don't want to have a problem with LA Knight. Why would I want to have a problem with LA Knight? And he kind of touched him and popped his collar. He says, you have a Seth Rollins problem. I got a Seth Rollins problem. But listen, partner, I'm the best in the world. He got a pop. He said, I'm the best in the world. And he was about to say something else, and that's when we heard Paul Heyman. Another pop. We get Paul Heyman and the Bron who come out. And Bron Breakker dressed in all black in his suit, black shades, black suit. Paul Heyman talking, as always, with the mic in his hand. Bronson Reed with not one but two pair of J's around his neck. Tied together, shoestring to shoestring. Two pair of J's that belong to Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. Doesn't sound like a tribal chief, though, getting his shoes taken. And Paul Heyman dropped the bar on us tonight and said that he was thinking about Punk and LA Knight having a match tonight with his Brons. Bron Breakker, the future of WrestleMania. He's saying that a lot now. Keep in mind, that's the one that's going to turn on the whole faction. And Paul Heyman is going to follow suit. It'll be Paul Heyman or the Oracle's idea. And then something funny he said, and the tribal thief, the shoe stealing, whatever he said, the tribal thief, Bronson Reed. Wow. He's now called the tribal thief. That's pretty clever. Not gonna lie. It's about time Creative came up with a good one. It's been a while. He also told LA Knight not to do any favors with CM Punk. You start trading favors with that man right there, it'll cost you everything. It'll cost you your life. It'll cost you your respect. It'll cost you your position in the WWE. It'll cost you half of your career. It'll cost you years of your life. He was just going in, and Punk said, all right, enough with the crying. Damn. You being a baby, you gonna piss your pants? Or you gonna talk all night? What's up? We want to fight. Bronson Reed was looking like, now? Like, should I take Roman Reigns' shoes off of me right now? No, we'll wait till later. I'll keep Roman's shoes around my neck. Y'all, this is disrespectful as hell. It's good, and I like what they're doing with that part, but this is Roman Reigns we're talking about. You can't be burying Roman Reigns all willy-nilly. Huh? Mr. J Piso, probably not. He asked what we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Probably not. With the injuries we got, we won't make the playoffs. But if everybody can stay healthy now, I'm optimistic that we could make a run. Because nobody expects us to, and we've got the easiest schedule. Yeah. Go Commanders, says Levy Vaughn, 52. Let's go. I like your quarterback, man. JD5, I like him. Is Jayden Daniels the greatest football player of all time, says Sam Mason. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, back to the wrestling. Frank the Tank is back. What's up, man? What's up? Shula Fowler. Yeah, that's right. The Shula Fowler. That's what they're calling it now. Man, the disrespect is real. And that's why Roman Reigns will be back next week, Monday night on Raw in Philadelphia. Because he's got to get his shoes back. Or at least he's going to attempt to get them back. He probably won't get them until Clash in Paris on August 31st. But, yeah, he'll be back next week. It's an interesting promo or vignette that Bronson Reed did later on in the show, too, that I thought was kind of funny as well. We'll get to it. But, yeah, Shula Fowler. Thank you for that, Frank the Tank. That's exactly what he's calling it. It's around his neck, and he's calling it the Shula Fowler. Pretty creative. Pretty clever. Bronson Reed, after Paul Heyman got through talking, forget what they talked about. They talked about a tag team match tonight, main event. The Brons versus CM Punk and LA Knight. What a surprise. And it's going to be the main event. Yay, I guess. CM Punk and LA Knight are still having words. It's looking like they probably are not going to be able to get along during this fight. We'll see. I don't know. We had Judgment Day in the back after that, as they always are in the damn back. Never out in the ring cutting promos. They must not be very good at it. Notice the ones that stay in the back is for a reason. Anyway, Dirty Dom brought Ludwig Kaiser, El Grande Americana, to the Judgment Day scene, and they got to kicking it, and Finn Balor talked to him and pulled him to the side and like, you think this is a good idea? I don't think they would want him here. Dirty Dom said, it's okay, chill. I need him for help for Triple Mania. Some AAA BS that I don't care about. I'm sorry, not to disrespect AAA, but they got a partnership and all of that, and they got some type of pay-per-view or something. Some type of event coming up this weekend or next weekend. He said that's what he needs them for. Luchador stuff. Okay, have at it. Balor said, all right, that may be a good idea. Go ahead. Talk to Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. Judgment Day ain't really talking about nothing. And when are they going to get Dom and Roxanne to, what's the hold up on that? If they're stretching this like this, then Liv Morgan's going to be gone until Royal Rumble for real. Which is still like 4 or 5 months from now. 5 months from now. Damn. That has to be why they're stretching this, because what's up? Let's get that cracking. They're not doing anything else. Anyway, we got a tag team match that came up next. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee were in a tag team match against Dominic Mysterio, and his new luchador partner for now, El Grande Americana, formerly known as Ludwig Kaiser. Y'all, I'm just kind of fed up with that and what they're doing with that. I'm sorry. I'm not. Chad Gable was just funnier with it. It was better. I don't know why they're continuing to go on with this now that Chad Gable is out injured. I don't know where they were going with El Grande Americana, but I wish they just kind of let it go. Let Ludwig Kaiser be Ludwig Kaiser. That's so hard. Chad Gable, as much as I kind of enjoyed him doing it, I was still like, hey man, Chad Gable needs to be Chad Gable. He's one of the best wrestlers they got. And he's not getting the push that he deserves. And I'm sick and tired of them doing these. I'm tired of saying it. I'm tired of saying I'm tired. But anyway, what's up, Mr. Lou Salso? Eli Manning is the greatest quarterback of all time. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll see. Okay, keeping it moving. I heard Dom will turn face when Liv returns. Now, why would they do that? So he's not going to do anything with Roxanne Perez. That means they're killing that. And if he's going to turn face with her, then that means, why would Liv turn face? They're must going to do something to her, and everybody's going to be like the hell with Liv except for Dom, and he'll side with her and go with her. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe, Frank. I don't know. Because Liv turns because of Roxanne. Yeah, but that means Roxanne tried to take Dom, and if that's the case, then Dom is guilty. So how could he be faced with Liv? Or she's just going to attempt to get Dom, and Dom is going to reject her. That'll be a first. That's the only way he could stay babyface or go babyface with her. I mean, I don't know. I'm lost on that part, Frank. A lot of Seahawks in the building here on TikTok. I wonder why. What we rate the show, I give it a 7.9 out of 10. Tonight's Raw, I give it a 6. Yeah, I'm going to say a 6. 7.9, hey, that's pretty favorable. I think that's pretty reasonable. You being generous. What's your opinion on the Houston Texans, says Big Mac 73. Big Mac, I think that if the line is good, like somebody else told me earlier, then the Texans are going to be A-okay. Top 5, top 10 defense this season, I expect. The Texans are going to be fine. But they will have the Titans, I think, because of this surge of Cam Ward. I think they'll creep up on them. Some say it's going to be Lee and Cohen and his Jacksonville Jaguar offense. You've got Brian Thomas. Now you've got Travis Hunter rolling around in a slot or a lot of motion and stuff, making plays offensively. Trevor Lawrence does want him on offense more. It could be the Jags, but I'm going with the Titans. I think him and Ridley are going to have something special where they could probably win 8 or 9 games. That would really overachieve and surprise a lot of people. But I don't think the Texans have anything to worry about. If they protect him, if they protect C.J. Stroud, and that defense is top 5, top 8, like I'm hearing it's going to be. Okay. Thank you for the comment, Big Man. Shula follow, yeah, we said that. Okay. All of this is setting up for war games. Yeah, you're right. And I'm tired of the war games, though. I don't hate any team except Seattle. If that whole city blew up, I'd chalk it up as a dub. Says Day and Nighter. Nah, man, don't say that, man. Tay says go Niners. That's right. Bang, bang, Tay. Bang, bang. Okay, back to some more of the wrestling, though. We had a tag team match. It was all right. Who cares? It was Dragon Lee and, like I said, AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio and Ludwig Kaiser or El Grande Americano, whatever. Who won this damn match? This match went on a little too long, too. But, yeah, Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano won the match. It was actually Dirty Dom outsmarting AJ Styles once again, and they're still using a little metal piece that they're putting in their under their mask to knock these opponents out. Same thing Chad Gable was doing. He did it good. He made it funnier. Maybe Chad Gable's not going to be out that long, and that's why they're trying to keep this going. But it's still, though, but if he came back next week, then what? Where are they going with El Grande Americana? That part I don't get. Can we just see Ludwig Kaiser and Chad Gable as wrestlers? Their own character. That's all I'm saying. Okay. My favorite quarterback all time, Steve Young. All right. Let me move out of the way so you can see that picture a little bit more. Thank you, Sports Talk with Steve. Wait a minute. Steve Young. No, I'm playing. I do think Paul Levesque is losing creativity control. It's getting boring. Frank the Tank. Yes, it's been past boring to me. I'm just still doing this because there's a bright spot here and there every now and then, and I do love talking to y'all about it. I'm flattered that you would like to hear me talk about it because at one point nobody cared about the wrestling. But it's hard to watch it and cover it when it's not watchable. And at times it's just not. Triple H is really tripping. It's just so many things that he's dropped the ball with. That R-Truth stuff, they had a great angle there. They dropped the ball with it. That was a good thing that they effed up, just like Tony Khan and MJF in AEW a few years ago. That was Stone Cold and Vince McMahon, and they effed that up. Lost the momentum, and they lost the R-Truth momentum. And according to what we saw on SmackDown just last Friday, now that Cena's back, R-Truth is back. Fuck me cutting my hair on national TV and saying put some respect on my name. Forget saying it's Ron Killings. It's still same old R-Truth. What? Thanks a lot, Paul Levesque. Anyway, we got Sami Zayn and Sheamus. Why did I say Shamar? Sheamus in the backstage, and then we've got the general manager, Adam Pearce. And Sheamus is pretty much saying he's got a nice banger out the banger new t-shirt. I may cop that one. I don't really like to get a lot of this stuff. It's got to be real flashy before I buy their t-shirts. But banger out the banger, that red and white didn't look so bad. Sami Zayn said, look here, I know you got beef with Rusev, but I got a match with him one-on-one tonight. Could you please just stay out of it? Sheamus said, you got my word. But the moment that is over, I will get that Bulgarian bastard, or that Bulgarian bastard is mine. Y'all, those two, watching those two big meaty men, just beat each other up, that ain't that interesting to me, I'm sorry. I mean, because, okay, you did it 1 week, you did it 2 weeks, now you're doing it, You're going to do it for a third week eventually, and it's like, why? There's no story. Can anybody remember why they had their first match? Which led to a second and going to lead to a third? Why? There's literally no story behind it, though. They're just giving us, as Sheamus would say, banger out the banger, but it doesn't mean anything to me, so I don't really care. Am I off with that? If y'all like it, hey man, but to each his own. Have at it. But I just think that they're just fighting for nothing. Anyway, Rusev and Sheamus comes out. It's a good thing they did. They had to put Rusev and Aleister Black as heels because when they came back from AEW, nobody cared. I mean, be honest, y'all. The crowd, y'all say pay attention to the crowd in the arena, not the crowd on the internet, right? Well, the crowds in the arenas didn't give Aleister Black anything. Like he got nothing. Neither did Rusev. No reaction. So they had to be healed, and they still don't get a reaction. They don't even boo him, really. They don't hate him enough to boo him. I'm just saying. Nice try, but nah. That's just what I think about it. I don't know. I don't know who you can put Rusev with to make it work, but these are just matches. Give me a story for Rusev. Adam Pearce was busy tonight, boy. I'm about to get to these comments in a minute. I'm almost wrapping it up. I ain't got too much of the show left, do I? Kinda, but not much, because I'm about to speed through it. Io Sky, Adam Pearce in the back. And, well, she said, I don't like the fact that I didn't get my title match. I forgot to mention Naomi and Io Sky had a title match tonight. They announced it as soon as the show started. Michael Cole said, Naomi's not cleared. And at the end, we'll let you know further details as we get them. But there will not be a women's world heavyweight title match. Io Sky wasn't happy with it. Adam Pearce said, I'm sorry, I understand, but Naomi's not medically cleared. I don't even know what's wrong with Naomi. I don't know if this is a work or not. But Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez thought that they would go poke fun at Io Sky. And Roxanne Perez said, it's a good thing that you didn't have to have that title match tonight. That way you didn't have to lose again like you would have done. Io Sky didn't like that too well, and she said, and you know what? Since I can't fight Naomi tonight, how about I fight you? Everybody loves Io Sky. Roxanne Perez did a good job. Like, wait a minute now. No, bitch. That ain't what I wanted. But no, they had to fight, or the match was set. Adam Pearce made it official. Then we got to another long-ass commercial break. Then we got to the match where Rusev and Sami Zayn were in the ring. They showed highlights from Sheamus and Rusev from the previous week. And then they had a match. Sami Zayn on TV every week. Are y'all sick of seeing Sami Zayn, or is it just me? I love Sami Zayn, but I'm kind of seeing Sami Zayn a little bit too much. I mean, Monday Night Raw every week is enough, but he was just on SmackDown too. Damn, I know they're in Canada, but damn. You don't have to make it to every time. Every single, like, ugh. Anyway, Sami Zayn, again, didn't get squashed. Even though Rusev's such a bad mamma jamma, he still couldn't squash Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is always going to look tough still, somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. Anyway, this match got interrupted by the MFTs. Yeah, on SmackDown, as I was live streaming that after the post show, Sami Zayn won a match on SmackDown against Solo Sikoa, which he shouldn't have. But he got a quick roll-up pin, got out of the ring, got the win, and didn't take an ass whooping. Like, damn. Don't even know why Sami Zayn was on SmackDown having a match with Solo. Anyway, Solo wanted to come back and finish that. Or are they actually starting a story with Sami Zayn and Solo? Where is Jacob Fatu? Solo and his MFTs came out and they attacked Sami Zayn, and that's pretty much a DQ there. So once that happened, Sheamus said, all right, the match is over with, I guess. I can come get me some. And he came out and he gave it to Rusev. He took it straight to him. They went at it. Meat on meat. There they go again. They went from the announce table to over the barricade to all the way up the damn steps and stuff in the arena. Y'all again. Triple H does the same stuff every week. It just gets repetitive. And I think he thinks that if he just adds a little bit more and give that to you consistently every week, you're really gonna give a fuck about the PLE match. But there's no story. I don't see any at all. At all. Who they gonna give airtime to? Raw doesn't have anyone who take the mid card. Carmelo Hayes. How about him? You're not doing anything with him on SmackDown. Sit him to Raw. He's good with the mic. He didn't have to be backstage all the time. Send him out to the ring. Let him do his thing. Let him be in the mid card. I don't know. And again, now I'm not saying you're not right either. But if you are right, Frank, whose fault is that? Bring in talent that can do promos, that can do it all. The Io Sky situation is setting up for Oscars to turn heel. Yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. I am getting to that. And it's about time. They take too long to do these things, though. They just move so slow like molasses. Just do it already. Just do it. It was boring watching Raw tonight. Yep. Thank you, Kendall. It was. It was. It was boring. Anyway, after we finally got through that melee or whatever you want to call it with Solo and the MFTs jumping on Sami Zayn and Sheamus and Rusev going up the arena, out of the arena fighting, we came back from commercial and we saw Solo and his MFTs getting escorted out of the arena by Adam Pearce and the officials, authority or whatever. They get them out of the building. Solo's like, whatever. We did what we came to do. And him and his United States title over his shoulders, they got out of there. Adam Pearce was then interrupted by the New Day and Grayson Waller. And they said, hey, bonjour. They talked about how it cost them over $12,000 to do something. I don't know. They ain't talking about nothing. Who cares what they talked about? Adam Pearce said if you got a problem with Penta, go take it up with him and have a match next week. I think he was talking to Grayson Waller. So we didn't see Penta this week. It's about time he got a week off. But you'll see him next week in a match with one of those New Day guys or Grayson Waller. I think it'll be Grayson Waller. Anyway, the funny part. Bronson Reed, he does a vignette and he has Roman Reigns sneakers, of course, around his neck. One pair, just a white pair this time. The Shula Fala is what he's calling it. He was just saying that, hey man, so much that he had invited me into the vision with Seth Rollins on how he whooped the respect out of Seth Rollins. He earned his respect by taking him out. That's how bad he is. He keeps reminding us what he did to his leader now, Seth. Is you stupid or is you dumb? How many times you going to remind us? If you can beat him, why would you join him? I thought they said if you can't beat him, you might as well join him. But you beat him. You put him on the shelf. So why would you join him? Doesn't make any sense. They should stop saying that so much. But anyway. Bronson Reed continued to talk, and he said that, look, man, you haven't manned up to me a third time, but when you do, it'll be the same thing that happened the first two times you tried to man up to me. I'm going to add to my collection, and I'm going to keep adding to my collection until you acknowledge you're a tribal thief. And he put the ones up. So he's calling himself the tribal thief now. I thought it was funny, pretty good. Not bad creative. Not bad there, Paul Levesque. Come up with a good one every now and then. But this is just so disrespectful. And to Roman Reigns, it's a bad look in my opinion. You can't go from Tribal Chief, OTC, OTC1, a championship reign that nearly lasted 4 years. You can't do those things and get treated like this. Like, this is, I'm sorry, this is not good. It's not good in my opinion. But he'll be back next Monday night in Raw. Let's see if he gets his shoes back. Let's see if he can be the Tribal Chief, the big dog, somebody. Man. Oh, yeah, we want Cross. That did get put around a lot. Not like the R-Truth movement, but yeah, there's still people out there that want Karrion Kross. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, Cross is cool. He did start to grow on me a little bit, but before these past few weeks, that stuff that they did with Sami Zayn, I gotta say, I wasn't intrigued. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm just not big or sold on Karrion Kross. But if the people want him back, I'm all for it. He was starting to get somewhere with that, but he's not Triple H's guy, y'all. That's just what it is. When Triple H is, if he's not your guy, you're not going to get that push. He's too busy pushing his people. You know, like Seth Rollins and his wife. He's too busy pushing his own people. You know, like Rhea Ripley. Even though she ain't really doing much, but she's got to make an appearance. She's going to get that pop. And she's going to always look strong all the time. If he doesn't fuck with you, you're not getting that. Now, there's some rumors out there and some reports that saying that they may get another contract. They're in talks, or there may be a contract offer from the WWE. But there's also reports that they're moving on to the independent scene. I haven't even heard AEW. And I think they ruled TNA out because there's reports that Scarlett is actually the person who, even though she did an NDA, so they can't really talk about it, but did y'all hear anything about Scarlett being sexual harassed in TNA by Don Callis? If that's true, then she probably won't be going back to TNA because Don Callis still has some ties or connections with TNA, doesn't he? Or he did? I don't know. But, you know, they say don't read dirt sheets, but a lot of those dirt sheets are right. So, just saying. Bang, bang. Niner gang. Pop a stick. I'll see you. Thank you. Glad you landed on the 49er fan. I'm finna wrap this up, man, and we can get to some more comments, and let's finish this show off right. A little nightcap, shall we? So, Io Sky and Roxanne Perez had a one-on-one match. It was all right. It was all right. Not bad. We saw the match, and it was pretty good. They probably went through 2, if not 3 ads during this. You know, I'll tell you, y'all think y'all watching 2.5 hours of Monday Night Raw. You are not. You're watching 2 hours, if that. 30 minutes of that shit is full of ads. It is. It's hard to even watch it live. I love when I come in late and I have to catch up. It's the best way to watch it when you can just fast forward through shit. That means it's not that good of a show. Because if it was good, I couldn't come in here immediately after the show ended. I'd still be trying to catch up because, damn, it was so good. I can't miss nothing. But I actually can. Because I know what they're doing and nothing. Just fast forward. Okay, who won? Okay. And that's just it. But it was a good match. Not bad. Roxanne Perez is growing on me. I thought she kind of sucked in the ring. But she's getting better. She just looked like she moves in slow-mo. And sometimes, you know, with these wrestlers, say what you want to say. They wouldn't be on TV if it wasn't for certain reasons. But if you got the look and everything, yeah, come on down. You're the next contestant of The Price is Right. She's growing on me, though. She's getting better. This was a long match. I'm seeing that now this is a long match. But anyway, the Zuki, the bazooka, what they're called again? Damn. Oscar and Kairi Sane them. They came out and they kind of interrupted. They were trying to help, I think. But let's see, Raquel Rodriguez definitely was out there. Io Sky off the top, backflip on the both of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez springboard move assault. She comes back from that and she gets Roxanne Perez back in the ring. And she's going for her finish. And then she was supposed to catch Roxanne Perez's feet, but she kind of missed, and she kind of landed on Roxanne pretty good, even though that was supposed to be a miss. But they made like Io Sky kind of crashed and burned, but that wasn't the case. So Raquel Rodriguez, she's already out there, right? Let's see here. Come on now. Okay, so now we get Io Sky and her girls come out and they try to help. They're holding Roxanne Perez down or back on the apron. Io Sky comes up to kind of clobber her, and she gets out of the way and she clobbers her friends, Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Roxanne Perez was able to get the pin. That's how they let her win sometimes. A good quick roll up. Her and Raquel Rodriguez smiles, happy, we got the dub. Okay. Match meant nothing, but they gave us a reason why they had to match backstage at least. Anyway, Io Sky lost. She's not too happy with that. She doesn't like losing. She told those girls, I forgot to tell y'all, in the back, they asked could they come out with Io Sky, and Io Sky said, nah, that's all right. I thank you, but I got this. So we're going to come back to that a little later. Her telling them, I got this. Then we saw Jey Uso in the back. We hadn't seen Jey Uso that much. We're seeing him less and less, y'all. Pay attention. They're trying to end the Yeet movement. Finally. They said enough is enough. So we saw Jey Uso tonight in the back. In the back. I don't know what he was talking about. He said something about I'm back now. He's got receipts. Receipts are coming. The Bronze are on notice. Seth freaking Rollins. Blah, blah, blah. LA Knight interrupted. And he said, while we're putting... What did he say again? A lot of people are saying some stuff about his absence in the shadow of Roman. Okay, I missed that part. We did say last week, why didn't Jey Uso come help Roman? LA Knight was kind of questioning that, I guess, and Jey Uso kind of clapped back, and he didn't really say too much anything but yeet. And LA Knight just kind of looked at Jey Uso like, I'm sick of that yeet shit. He didn't say it, but that's what he looked like he was thinking. But then again, that's what Jey Uso probably says every time he hears a, yeah. So that was it. Jey Uso and LA Knight did have some conflict. You see where they were going with this, right? Smells like a fatal four-way or something's cooking. Anyway, that was LA Knight. That was Jey Uso in the back. Could Jey Uso go heel? Nah, he won't. Anyway, we saw Becky Lynch, Natalya, Maxine Dupree. They showed a clip from last Monday reminding us that Becky Lynch got a match with Maxine Dupree. And they had a match. And who cares? Becky Lynch is still the Women's Intercontinental Champion. I don't know why. I don't think she should be. But okay. She was out there. She had a match with Maxine Dupree. And the match was just okay. Becky Lynch got the win. Surprise, surprise. After they showed Becky Lynch get the win, they immediately showed her husband, Seth Rollins, in the back. Smiling. Chain around his neck. Seth Rollins dressed the way he dresses. But this time he's got that gold around his waist. That's the difference. The World Heavyweight Championship gold. He's talking to his bronze and he just said, boys, 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 what an incredible week. We are on top of the world. He said that I came to this dump of a town. What would they call it? Quebec City? Expecting to have a deal with CM Punk or a CM Punk problem. But it turns out CM Punk has an LA Knight problem. And LA Knight has a CM Punk problem. He claps up Braun Breaker. He does that a lot. Makes his boys feel so welcome, so appreciated. He does that now. Just like a real boss, a real leader, right? But he said on the other hand, if y'all are going to take care of them, because now they have a Bron problem, does CM Punk and LA Knight, then that means I don't have a problem. Then that means, like, why am I here? He told him to go stack some bodies. I'll see you next week. Oracle, hit me up on the jet. I'll have the Wi-Fi. You got this, boys. You knew damn well that wasn't the last time you were going to see Seth Rollins tonight. You knew better. Would you believe anything Seth Rollins says anymore, right? You can't. So they go to another long commercial break. And after that commercial break, we got ready for the main event. Lyra Valkyria was in the back for a minute with Jackie Redmond, and we saw some interesting a clip, a vignette from Bayley. Forgot to mention that Bayley looked like she was dealing with some mental health issues. Like, she just said, I got a lot of stuff messed up in my life. I have nobody. I'm all alone, and it's all my fault. And she said that repeatedly. It's her fault. I felt sorry for Bayley. Good job by Bayley. That was good work. Because I felt sorry for her. So she did her job. But Lyra Valkyria, she was asked about that by Jackie Redmond, and Lyra said, damn, I kind of feel bad for her, but it ain't my fault. I stand on what I said last week. Yeah, she was in the way. Yeah, I want her out of my life. Just, okay, I hate she's alone, but she's on her own. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And she just walked off like, fuck it. That's her problem. Sounds like a you problem to me. Wow. So who's going to go heel here, Bayley or Lyra Valkyria? I don't know. After that, we saw Io Sky again in the back. She just cannot make her way to that damn locker room and get her clothes on. She's still trying to get her ass to the locker room. She's by this garage door or whatever. She comes through. Stephanie Valkyrie, somebody who hasn't been in the ring in a few weeks. Stephanie Valkyrie looked at Io Sky and said, I too had a championship match. Because she was supposed to face Naomi at Clash in Paris. Maybe that's not going to happen now. Because she said, I had. We don't know what's going on with Naomi. We'll find out. But it must be real, or she just working everybody. I don't know. But Stephanie Valkyrie said, I had a championship match too. I was promised a title match. But because of Naomi's injury, she may not get it at Clash in Paris. She walks off. Io Sky's like, yeah, whatever. Got my own problems. There's Rhea Ripley. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, the crowd goes wild. You know, every time they show Rhea Ripley, it reminds me of a rerun of Married with Children and Al Bundy or Kelly with one of those half halter top shirts or something, just walk through the door. Remember how the crowd would go wild on Married with Children? I mean, man, it was like, are they giving them shots or something during the show? Remember how that crowd used to go? That's what you get every time Rhea Ripley pops up. Rhea Ripley told Io Sky that I know Roxanne shouldn't have, beat you in that match. And honestly, I don't think she could beat you. But she did just beat her earlier with the help of her clique. She said, in all honesty, can you trust them? Your friends? Because that's why you lost. They shouldn't have been out there. Io Sky said, I see where you're going with it, but stop. Stop. I appreciate you, but please stay out of it. And then she got to talking some Japanese stuff as she walked away. I wonder what those words were. It was something she didn't want Rhea to understand. And that was it. Rhea Ripley, they're not really doing anything with her. I guess she's just going to help Io Sky when Asuka turns on her. Maybe they'll have a tag team match at some point. Rhea and Io versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. And it'll lead to the Io Sky versus Asuka match, one-on-one. But still, what's next for Rhea Ripley? She's just kind of dipping in and dipping out of that right there. She's always butting in other people's stories, but she didn't have a story of her own. That's what I don't like about this whole thing. Not Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley, but I don't like creative and what they're doing with her. Neither, because neither one of them have won a Super Bowl for me yet. Jonasy asking me about Kaepernick or Purdy. Psst, neither. Purdy wins a championship, he can change that. Papa Stick said, bang, bang, Niner gang. Thank you. Steve said, you trolling Boston. No, I'm not. Go Pats, says Boston. Oh, they're talking amongst each other. My fault. I'm almost done here, y'all. Main event. LA Knight, CM Punk versus the Bronze. It was an all right main event. It was all right. It was long and it was a lot of commercial breaks. Anyway, we said Seth was going to pop up at some point. He did. He got involved in the match. And who won this match? Did anybody win or was it a DQ? I don't even care. If you know, please tell me. When I came back in, what's his name? Jey Uso was coming out. And Jey Uso did come out to the ring once they were kind of outnumbered. Seth and CM Punk and LA Knight. CM Punk wrestled most of the match before he finally took his shirt off. But then he did take it off and he was about to put somebody to sleep. In that case, Seth Rollins, who stumped him out, snuck up on him from behind, and he stumped him out in some white, it looked like the kind of slippers that Pops from the Wayans brothers would wear. I mean, the things that Seth Rollins wears. Anyway, he stumped the hell out of LA Knight and CM Punk, and they were beating the hell out of him 4-on-2 for a minute. I'm sorry, 3-on-2 until we got Jey Uso. He showed up tonight, and they're yeeting, but Jey Uso doesn't come from the crowd anymore because they're tired of that yeet shit. So he comes from where he's supposed to be coming from all along. He comes from the back with a chair. He stares and he mean mugs and he mean mugs and he mean mugs. Jey Uso be trying, y'all. But, Anyway, he gets the chair out. He puts it to the gut of Braun Breaker. He puts it to the back of Braun Breaker and he drops him. And then he stares down Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins and he goes into the ring. And he was about to take Seth out. Seth dipped it. He ducked it and he missed. Bronson Reed got him a few licks in. He took a few licks. And they went on and got him out of the ring. Jey Uso saves the day. A chair shot. Wham. Bronson Reed out of the ring. Now we've got Seth. We've got the Bronze and Paul Heyman. They're all standing out as they have exited the ring. And then we get Adam Pearce again. Boy, was he busy tonight. He showed up and he said, look here. How about this? You're a master manipulator. You're a liar. You disrupt main events. You and your buddies are trying to injure all the superstars, Seth. I'm going to be angry about this. Oh, I'm not going to be angry about it. Instead, I'm going to see all of this as an opportunity. Adam Pearce said, an opportunity for me, an opportunity for you. But Seth, you want to listen to this part. An opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because it's going to simply be Seth freaking Rollins. You just earned an opportunity to defend your freaking World Heavyweight title. And you will do it at Clash in Paris. Seth Rollins is like, all right, I see what you're doing. Go piss on yourself. He said it's going to be against main event Jey Uso. Seth said, I see what you're doing. He said, and LA Knight. Seth Rollins is getting mad now. And then he says, and Seth is like, no, don't do it. And Adam Pearce did it. He said, and CM Punk. So we've got LA Knight versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus Seth freaking Rollins in a fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship Sunday, August 31st at Clash in Paris. You would think they would all be excited about it. CM Punk and LA Knight get to barking again at each other, and they finally start throwing blows. Jey Uso tried to break it up. LA Knight was like, get the F up off of me, and he gave Jey a good stiff one. And CM Punk counted LA Knight from behind. He was about to go to sleep. And then that's when Seth and those Bron got right back in the ring. Divisions. And they pretty much emptied the ring. And that's the end of Monday Night Raw. What do you think of Monday Night Raw tonight? How do you grade it? And what do you think of the fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash in Paris, Sunday, August 31st? Seth Rollins will defend his title versus CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. And if Braun Breaker goes around that damn ring with another damn spear through the barricade one more week, once again, Triple H, Paul Levesque, and his copy-paste bullshit. Every week, the repetitive same old thing. A spear through the barricade. We get it. You can spear. You can run around the ring really fast and you can spear people and you can bark. Oh, 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 oh. We get it. And then you know what's next. Another tsunami. If they're going to be written off TV, let's do about 4 or 5 of them things. If they only do one, we got a match next week. Same old thing. A Bronson Reed tsunami. The end. Oh, I'm sorry. And some more curb stops. I mean, it just ends the same way every week. This is Triple H acting like Tony Khan, who usually acts like a kid, and he's just saying, how can I relive my Evolution days? How can I relive my Evolution days? Ain't this what this kind of reminds you of, except it's not even better? It's not as good? That's not Randy Orton. That's not Dave Bautista. That's not Triple H. But he thinks it is. He really is starting to act like Tony Khan in his booking. I understand CM Punk and Seth Rollins are beefing and they got to go with it and all of that. I get it. But it ends the same way every week. Either he's curve stopping Punk, or he's curve stopping LA Knight, or he's curve stopping Roman Reigns when he comes back every 2-3 months. And next week, guess what? Roman Reigns will be back. And he'll either get curve stomped again, or he'll finally get a couple of spears and throw his one up. And that won't happen until 10:55 Eastern. I'm sorry, what time does the show end? 10:30 Eastern? He won't show up until 10:25. He'll be in the back all night and will show up the final 2 minutes of the show. We need these superstars on TV, and we need them on TV more. Anyway, that's Monday Night Raw. It's hard to cover this stuff when it gets this lazy and this boring, this lazy writing. God, let me get back to the comments. B-ball fanatic laughing at me when I said Evolution. I think that's what he's rewriting. Seriously. Punk looks so damn old even for 45. He you know what? I'm guilty of that too, man. We kind of got the old face, young body kind of look. He looks pretty good from the neck down, but yeah, he didn't get a lot of sleep, but I can't talk because I don't either. Man, I can wake up some days and his raccoon eyes just galore. But yeah. And that's crazy because he don't even wrestle. Imagine how he'd look if he wrestled more. I don't know. Okay. Let's get up out of here. And it was a good night, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hope you did. Let's see here. All right. There we go. Where did he go? Damn, I didn't mean it. Okay, whatever. Yep. Anyway, got him out of here. Gone. Okay. Yeah, I ain't reading all this stuff. Most of it just hate anyway. Anyway, who were you talking about, says Dwight Mann? I was just talking about the WWE wrestling, CM Punk, and the way that show ended. Just It was all right. But this was the Monday Night Raw post show for August 11th, 2025. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. But yeah, let's see what y'all talking about. This is the same formula he has always done. Yep. That's right, TK. Ty. Connor Dillashaw. Bang, bang all day, baby. Bang, bang. Connor, thank you. Liddy said definitely not lazy. Thank you, Liddy, for the comment. She said something else before that then. He's supposed to curb stomp everyone. He's the heel. Yeah, he does. But it ends the same way every week. Every week. And no, I'm not saying he's lazy. I'm saying the booking, the creative, it's just lazy. Do something else. We get a spear, a tsunami, and a curb stomp every week. And at some point, they're supposed to get laid out too. The baby faces are supposed to have some shine. Are you saving it all for the PLE? I don't know. Vince literally did the same thing. What's the issue? Liddy, look, just you got your opinion, I got mine. I think this stuff is boring, and that's it. If you like it, keep watching it and enjoy it. Thank you for your comments, Liddy. I'm not crying now either. Let me stop talking to her. Frank the Tank, do you really think Roman isn't gonna get his hands on Rollins at Clash in Paris? Yeah, he will. I'm just saying it. Taking his shoes. This is kind of burying him. You don't do the tribal chief like that. He's got to look stronger than that now. I just don't think that that's the way that they should do that. I think this is what Triple H wants to do. Vince wouldn't have done that. And y'all stop thinking that I love Vince and hate Triple H. It ain't that. I just like good booking, good creative, and I don't see it every week with Paul Levesque. I don't. But I get what heels are supposed to do, and I get what baby faces are supposed to do. I do know wrestling. I've been watching it for quite some time. And I know what they do now versus what they used to do. I get all of that. I watch it when it's good. I stop watching it when it's bad. I'm this close to stop watching it. Because I'm just tired of what they're doing and the people that they continue to push and not push. That's just me now. I'm going to do what I do. You do what you do, by all means. You do what you do. Okay. What's up, bro? Says Dwayne She God. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing, brother? Hope all is good. Frank the Tank said Fatal 4-Way. Yep, it's coming. Frank the Tank said it was a DQ. Gotcha. Yeah, another one. Because once again, let's be cautious. Let's be safe. Let's not let anybody lose. Let's not anybody take a pin. That's Triple H always playing it safe, and he plays it so safe that you get nothing but the same thing every time. Get ready for Bayley to come back heel. Well, come on with it. Yeah, I think she will. I kind of thought they were going with Lyra Valkyria to do that, though, but I don't know. Honestly, I was 12. I was 12, deal. Doe. Honestly. Let's see here. Man, that match made me mad tonight. Which one? The main event? Glad McNuggets? The main event? Cowboys in the building, says Fat Boy. Cowboys, okay. Shout out to the Cowboys. They in here. Kabuki Warriors. Couldn't think of that for nothing. I'm looking forward to Bianca's return. When is that going to be, Frank the Tank? Eel Chill McGill. There you go. Think Yeet. Yeah, Punk gang gonna get it together when they face off with the Vision. Yeah. The Yeet. Yeah, Punk gang. Okay. The Yeet. Yeah, Punk gang. They probably would actually try to make a t-shirt. They'll probably try to sell t-shirts, man, and make money off of that. They probably would. Yeet, yeah, Punk shirt. Yee, yeah, Punk gang. They could do that. I am seeing Bayley coming back as heel, though. Do y'all really want Karrion Kross? Somebody said that earlier. Do y'all want him? Kendall, the only good thing was when Adam interrupted the media, the main event with him saying CM Punk, Jay, Seth, yeah, the Fatal 4-Way. So I take it you like the Fatal 4-Way, Kendall. That's good. Glad you do. They have milked the shit out of the New Day mourning their loss of the titles. Man, what? That's why I just fast forward. I don't even want to talk about that. That's right, Kendall, in LA. Kendall and LA Knight. I didn't even watch it. You don't have to. Just look at YouTube. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. The Io Sky situation is setting up for Oscar to turn here. That's right. Kendall also said, "Go Birds." I knew it was coming. Had to sneak that one in there, huh? Which Birds? I'm sure it's the Eagles. Why did they just forget about Brock within a day? Yeah, man. I was trying not to talk about that because we'd be here for another hour. I don't know, man. I talked about that Friday night during the post show. We were expecting Brock Lesnar, and he didn't. Cena said, if you want some, come get some, and he didn't come. And then they said, we're going to do LA Knight and John Cena clash in Paris. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Is it okay for me to say that that's not a good move to bring Brock Lesnar back to SummerSlam, even though I didn't really give a damn if he came back or not? But since you bring him back and then you don't show him, he doesn't show up on Friday, am I okay for thinking that that's wrong? What's her name? I don't know where she went. Am I okay to think that? Or is that something that Vince would have did too? I think Vince probably would have had Brock ass on TV tonight. But they said, nah, Brock ain't going to do Canada. Don't bring him back yet then. You can't just bring him back and then have him gone for 2 weeks and just think yeah, it's okay. At least we know he's back. Yeah, but when? We want to see him now. The show probably would be much better. And you just rope and dope. You just clickbait these people into watching your whole 2 hour, 2.5 hour BS shows, boring shows full of ads and commercials, just to see that the person that we came here for is not there. Now, again, I don't care about Brock Lesnar like that. I could care less. Never really been that big of a fan. But I've always supported what the fans love. If y'all like it, if it's over, okay, cool. Do y'all thing, get over it. Let's get through this. And now let's get to the part of the show that I enjoy. Whatever that may be. At one point, it was when we could throw the ones up and the bloodline would come out. But that seems like that was 10 years ago now. It seems like it's been so long ago. That's not a good thing. But anyway, I'll be trying not to be here just talking about the WWE, in a negative light. But if there's nothing good for me to say, what am I to say? Nothing at all? I'm covering it, though, because I'm asked to cover it. People like for me to cover it. And we're going to talk about it, whether it's good or bad. We can agree to disagree. And as long as we can do that respectfully, I'm okay with it. If y'all enjoy Monday Night Raw tonight, good for you. If you didn't watch it, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to remind you what happened and to let you know you didn't miss much. You can easily catch up on it with a good, quick 10, 12-minute video on YouTube. Or a bunch of the little small skits that you'll see from each angle. It's going to be up. They're up right now. At least 3 of them are up right now, I guarantee you. Canelo or Bud Crawford? Good question, Zay BC. Yeah, man, I know they're calling me crazy, man, but I'm going with Crawford. Yeah, I'm pulling for Crawford for the upset. I think that he's going to do the unthinkable. Is he the bigger fighter? No. Is he the stronger fighter? I don't know. But most people think that it's Canelo, but I think that people need to stop thinking that Bud Crawford is not that strong. It's not that powerful. But everybody keeps saying Canelo, power. Crawford, speed. Skills. And I think that Crawford has power just as much as speed and skills. I also think Canelo has skills and speed just as much as power. I just don't think he's still quite the same Canelo we once saw. And I think even though Bud Crawford is a little older, he's better. And sometimes the better fighter is just going to win. I'm going with Crawford. I'm going with the unthinkable. I think he's going to make history. I think he's going to shock the world. And I think he's going for greatness. And I don't want to step in front of that man's way to getting greatness. And I think he's going to do that. He continues to prove people wrong. The more that people say he can't do it, he's going to do it. Now, if everybody starts picking Crawford, different story. I may have to switch it up because he may have nothing to prove if everybody has his back. The chip on his shoulder is usually, y'all keep disrespecting me, I'm finna whoop his ass. And that's what he'll do. That's what I got. Thank you for the comment. B-Ball Fanatic. Rollins-Punk rivalry is too much, in my opinion. I love wrestling, though. You're saying that you're tired of it? It's been going on for too long? Right. I would have to agree with that. They move way too slow. They drag this stuff out way too long. Because we can't do that yet. We've got to wait for the big PLE. So let's just stretch these suckers out and let these marks, they'll keep watching anyway regardless. We're going to stretch this shit out for another 2 months. That's not the way Vince used to do it. It ain't. Not when he was in his prime. Not when he was good. Man, why they just forgetting Brock just demolished Cena and now bro is facing Logan Paul? I know, Anonymous. That's my point. Still no Brock Lesnar. I have no idea. We're not even getting an explanation. For all we know, is he even coming back? Or did he just come to F5 him and I'm good, I'm gone? What are they saving it for? There's no PLE in September, right? So they're saving it for Crown Jewel in October. That's it. Brock Lesnar, saving for the money making Crown Jewel. Because they love to throw that money out. And that's what they're bringing him there for. There it is. All about the money, all about TKO and that $3 billion of debt, and TKO is ruining the WWE. And the WWE doesn't even know it. Some of the fans don't even know it. Because they'll just accept anything that they're given. A bunch of bots. Man, why? Oh no, I read that. Rod Pitt says, what's happening? You on late tonight today. Peace and blessings, King. Thank you, Rod Pitt. Thank you. I am on a little late, ain't I? It's time to go, though. I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you. Hit the like button, and if you're enjoying the content, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Thank you, Reptile. Thank you. That's my line, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for hitting that like button, and like he said, man, keep it coming. Thank you, Reptile. I hope you subscribe. I hope you liked it enough to subscribe. I hope all of you liked this show enough tonight. This Monday Night Raw post show enough to follow here on TikTok. I do this live weekdays, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on TikTok and YouTube, live. Now, that may switch up to weeknights in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all let me know. What's better for y'all? Should I stay in the weekdays, you know, like around lunch? Or should I switch it to the evenings and y'all listen to me on y'all rush hour home? You know, I don't know, rush hour, your commute home, your jogging, your gym time. I don't know. But my schedule may not permit me to keep coming in at noon Eastern every day in the next week or so. I'm not sure. But I'm still going to be here regardless. It's just, it's going to be day or it's going to be night. Sometimes I hit y'all with double headers, triple headers. It just depends on what kind of, you know, breaking news is happening around the world in sports. Then I talked about the UFC earlier today. I just want to say that one more time before I leave. That y'all heard about that, right? The WWE and ESPN just did a partnership last week. We talked about that and got some good videos, good stream, good live streaming, good comments. And then today, Dana White dropped a bomb on us early this morning and said that the UFC has did a 7-year, $7.7 billion deal with CBS and Paramount. CBS owns Paramount and all that. So CBS. And now with CBS and you having Paramount, you no longer have to pay for UFC pay-per-views. That's a good thing for the UFC fans. I stopped watching a lot of those fights because I refuse to pay for that on top of the ESPN Plus subscription that I've already been paying for. That's stupid. And I don't like all of that violence that much. Amanda Nunes had retired. Khabib retired. John Jones is in and out. I'm like, y'all can have it. But they did a 7-year, $7.7 billion of them things. It makes you get all ugly in the face when you say it, right? $7 billion of them things? Yeah, they're going to CBS. And I'm like, So ESPN just added WWE, but then they also just lost one with the UFC. That was surprising to me. And I got a lot of research to do to figure out what's what. What's going to be on what? What's PLE? Where is all this stuff going to be at? I got a lot of research to do, but I'll let you all know as soon as I find that out. Reptile. Yes, sir, my brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And he just subscribed and liked. Thank you, like I need everybody to do. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining me here on the Great Debate Show. Yeah, man, that's all I got. It was a pretty boring show again, like I said. It was all right, but yeah, it's still kind of boring. But I'm thankful to have CM Punk on TV. I wish I could get him weekly, but I'm still thankful to get him and have him on the microphone. I don't care if I see him in the ring that much, but it was always a pleasure. It wasn't bad. But yeah, let's see what happens next. Next Monday night, I think in Philadelphia, Roman Reigns will return. And let's see if he gets at least one pair of his sneakers back. At least one pair. We'll see. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Who was that? Sodi in the building. Bang, bang. LG says Raiders. Mr. Chi-Town is in the building. DJ the Juggalo in the building. I was waiting for Adam to add Roman to the fatal four-way, make it a five-way, LOL. You know what? I kind of thought they were going to do that, but I'm like, nah. They just going to let Roman come back, deal with Bronson Reed, I guess now, instead of Braun Breaker at Clash in Paris, and he's out. Because the Street Fighters movie starts filming September 2nd till September 27th. So he's only coming back because I think they pushed the film production back. I thought it was supposed to start in August. I think they pushed it back. I don't know. But he's coming back. He'll kind of finish this with the bronze, with the bronze. And then when he comes back for Survivor Series, maybe then that's when he comes for Seth. Because this Seth Rollins and CM Punk stuff should definitely be done by Survivor Series. But I'm still hearing, according to, I want to say PW Insider, or was it Fightful? No, it was the Wrestling Observer. They're saying that they're still thinking about doing Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam 42. That's a lot of stretching, though, y'all. That's a lot of stretching. Barefoot Triangles in the building. Speed beats power. Timing beats speed. That is true. That is true. Who are you going for, Barefoot Triangles? Are you siding with me? Because I cannot find anyone that agrees with me picking Crawford over Canelo. Frank the Tank said Edge's contract in AEW is up in December, setting up an Edge versus Cena one last match. December the what? That's the interesting question. December what? Because that Saturday night's main event, I think, is like the week of Christmas. So that's December 20-something. It's pretty much going to be the end of the year. That match is supposed to be either Gunther or Drew McIntyre. Now, they would surprise a lot of people if it was Edge, but I don't think Edge is coming back just for that, though. And I don't think they want him back. Since Triple H took over, they didn't have any plans for Edge. That's why he's in AEW. But we'll see, Frank. And I'm with you, DJ the Juggalo. I thought they were going to do it, but nah, no five-way match. They just want Roman to come back, get a lick back in on Bronson and Breaker, I guess, and then go do your movie. Nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar. No, we don't, but we kind of want to know why we're not seeing him now since you brought him back. That's what's effed up. I don't get it. What are you doing? What are you doing? But I'm with you, Juggalo. Why did they just forget about Brock within a day? I don't know, Mayhem. I don't know. I hear before War Games, Bianca is one of the few women who has War Games experience. Will she be back before then? I guess. I hope. Y'all missing Bianca yet? All that booing these fans be doing, are you missing her yet? I think they just wanted her to stay away long enough for you to miss her, which makes sense. But I don't understand why she gets booed so much. I don't. Especially when she leaves America. Oh, man. What is it that these non-American people have against black women? Man, Bianca, Naomi, Jade, everybody got the business. Not the black men, just the black women. I don't get it. But do you miss her now? I'm tired of her doing the same old shit too. I am. I wish she would go heel, but they're just not going to do it. Bianca and Cody sell way too much merchandise. They're not going heel. So they're just keeping her away long enough so you can forget her and miss her and love to see her when she gets back. That's actually the right approach. I don't know if her broken finger is really keeping her out this long. I'm not sure. Could be, but I don't know. Kai said it's the same people. Who would be the person you push and the person you stop pushing, says Jack. I'll be pushing Carmelo Hayes right now on either production, SmackDown or Raw. The person I stop pushing, Sami Zayn. Stop putting the Miz on television. Stop with the tag team shit. The shuffleboard is still going on. You know, I'm going to fight y'all. Now I'm going to fight DIY. Now I'm going to fight the Street Profits. Motherfucker, y'all all done fought. A zillion times. Sick of it. Do something else. I don't know. Get rid of the tag team division for a minute. I don't know. But if you're not going to put some stories in it, I'm tired of just seeing these people just fight. That's AEW. Fight for what? Yeah, Carmelo Hayes is the main one I'd be pushing. I'd also bring Trick Williams, Obafemi, and Miss Parker, Jada Parker that is, to the main roster. Right now. Lash Legend also, right now to the main roster. Becky Lynch, drop the title to one of the young talents. You can go. Good night. Rhea Ripley, help some of this young talent and put them over since you're not doing anything else. That's what I'll be doing. Yeah, there's plenty of people that can get pushed. They're just keeping them stuck in NXT so they won't have to do anything on the main roster because they want to continue to push their buddies, their clique people. Do y'all miss Karrion Kross? We talked about R-Truth. Nobody's talking about Karrion Kross. Like, it's not like that. Kind of, but not really. Did y'all think it was a work or is he really coming back? I mean, they didn't say anything about him either. He's gone. He and she, they're gone. Scarlett and Karrion Kross. They got a video that I think I'm going to check out just to see what he's talking about. But he's kind of shooting on the WWE, it sounds like it from what they're saying. And they like the way they done that documentary. And for it to be released the day of his last date on contract with the WWE, maybe it is real. But they even took their music down. That makes me think it's a work. Like, you can't even pull their music up anymore, just like that. Usually you go to the alumni page for a while. You know, they don't erase you completely. I still see one of the FTR people on the alumni page. One of the FTR guys. So, I don't know. Do y'all really want Karrion Kross? One person in here said it, but that's just one person. Cowboys, baby. I hear you. I hate Seth freaking Rollins, says Jacoby Reeves. I hear you, man. Phil Cosby. Phil Cosby in this bitch. Oh, man, y'all are crazy, crazy, crazy. When is Zilla coming? I don't know, Reeves. That's a good question. Do y'all want Zilla? We got so many of them. But, I mean, yeah, they're all coming. There's another one, too. Not just Zilla. There's another one. Lance Anoa'i? Or is that Zilla? No, it's not. Those are two different ones. It's so many, man. Can't keep up. I heard that they're holding Zilla for Rikishi to manage him or something. Rikishi's supposed to be coming back. And he's supposed to be a part of this whole story. But that don't make any sense now that the bloodline is over with. I don't know. Where's Jacob Fatu? So they got Solo and Sami Zayn in a new feud now? That's who they're beefing now? No Fatu? What's up with him? Where did he go? No Brock Lesnar, no Jacob Fatu. Didn't see either one of them on SmackDown. Didn't see either one of them on Monday Night Raw. Why not? We saw Solo tonight on Monday Night Raw. I understand why he showed up. He's saying, Sammy, you came to my show. Now I'm coming to your show. You effing up my stuff, I'm gonna come mess up your stuff. I get it, but I don't know if anybody wants to see it. We just recently saw Sami Zayn, an honorary Uso, get into it with all of the Bloodline members and stuff like that and get back with them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know pro wrestling. But hi to you, though, Jacoby Reeves. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I answered all of your questions, I would say. Most of them anyway that I see. Opinions on UFC Mayhem. I think it's good for the fans. You don't have to pay for the pay-per-views anymore. That means I can watch more of those and I can cover more of those pay-per-views. Yeah, that'll be great. But, and I got CBS. Everybody's got CBS on their cable, in their cable package or whatever. I got Paramount too, hell. All these WWE and UFC deals is reminding me that I got too much shit, and I need to let some of it go. I'm not about to be all over the place. The only reason why I'm looking up by having some of these things is because I have all of these damn streaming services, and that's crazy because I don't watch anything. I just keep up with sports and talk to y'all about it. That's it. Okay, I'm glad I hit the algorithm tonight. This is not been a bad night at all. Thank you, YouTube. TikTok is always jumping, but YouTube, y'all really came through tonight on a Monday night while I'm doing Raw. That doesn't hardly ever happen. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to get out of here though, man. Roman Reigns gets his revenge next Monday in Philadelphia. Yes, he does, Dre. Dre probably left and came back. Yeah, I just said that, Dre. Where you been? Or have you been here tonight? He probably hadn't been here tonight. But you're right. He will be in Philly next week. Do you know that because of me, or do y'all gotta follow some dirt sheets too, right? How do y'all know this stuff? They make these matches so predictable. Yep. Bang, bang all day, baby. Thank you, Connor. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. I am done. So if you have Paramount, you don't have to pay. That's what they're saying. Yes. Dana White said you got Paramount, CBS. Y'all no longer have to pay for these pay-per-views. That was the reason why they left. But it cost $7.7 billion for CBS to pull it off. Damn. Now, if you don't have to pay for those pay-per-views at UFC, what makes Nick Khan and the WWE think, or ESPN, what makes them think that fans are going to pay $29.99 just to see a wrestling PLE? They can watch a UFC fight for free. And they've got a big card, prelims and the main event, man, it be all kind of fights. You can see violence all night long. Just a straight bloodbath. And you'll get to see it for free? But you think I'm going to pay to see some fake scripted violence? Although, I still think everything is scripted to a certain extent. But, yeah, we know UFC is still a real dangerous sport. Why would I watch that for free and then you think I'm going to pay $30 though to see the scripted violence? And it don't even be violence. That's AEW. Nah, I don't know. Let's see if this stays the same or they tweak some things. I don't know. Did ESPN know they were losing UFC? Maybe so. That's why they got the WWE in, and that may be desperate. That might have been a desperate move too. I don't know. All right, y'all. It's time for me to get some of them Z's, man. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. Zilla needs to go to Evolve or NXT. I haven't seen him, so I wouldn't know. But, yeah, go to NXT. Because they should have more room for him if they would promote some of the top talent right now to the main roster. Eric said, no more Samoans, LOL. It is kind of getting a little bit of overkill, don't you think? No chance for Cross tonight, says Figure 4, bro. I only heard one person say we won't cross. Eric said, I'm mad Karrion Kross is gone. Well, yeah, he's the one who said we won't cross. He's the only one that I've seen tonight. Can you shout out my granny? Granny? I'm sure he meant to say granny. She loves your talk show, says Eric. Shout out Granny. Hey, Granny. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, y'all. Time for me to get out of here. Steve-O, Star, thank y'all. Thank everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. Been a good day. Another good show. Roman Reigns needs to cut Reed's hair and start carrying around in a bag. That would be good, Dre. That would be good. Yeah, do something instead of just getting whooped up and getting your shoes tucking like a little punk biatch. That ain't what a tribal chief is supposed to do, man. I mean, I know the tribal chief can't beat people up every week, and I know he's babyface. That's why he's so much better heel, y'all. Is better heel. Even Paul Heyman reminded you tonight that he lost his tribal chief. He lost his line in the WWE, his place. I mean, he lost everything because of Punk. Punk is that type of dude that'll F all of that up. Paul Heyman just said that tonight. And if you listen to him, he's regretting. He's still kind of regretting that he didn't have his tribal chief anymore. That he had to do what he had to do because he was getting soft or he was getting this and that and jealous of Punk. And so, you know what? He just had to cut everybody out. But he's kind of letting you know that that was a good thing we had going. And sometimes they kind of blame us for it being ruined, especially when they listen to us. They still hate that they took the title off of Roman, but the fans forced them to do the Cody crybabies. They'll never let that go. It was the right thing to do, but the timing was not good. I wanted them to let Roman Reigns break Hulk Hogan's streak. At that time, his streak of consecutive days being a champion, all he had to do was take it to SummerSlam. Back in 2024. All he had to do was take it into SummerSlam. But the Cody Crybabies made the WWE, forced the WWE's hand to go ahead and take the title off of Roman at WrestleMania. Finish the story. Do it here. They were going to hold that till SummerSlam, though. They were. But anyway, that's it, y'all. That's all I got. It's getting late. It's been a long show, but we did it. Do you consider Samoans black? What? What's up, big time? Says that guy Yeager. Hell no, I don't consider them black. You know who I consider people black? Black people. And I ain't saying that it's the best thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying I'm tired, and a lot of fans are tired of the WWE, black fans that is. They're tired of the WWE using Samoans and others to cosplay black people when you've got black people that can just play black people. They love our culture, but they don't want us to play our own culture. I think that sucks. So no, to answer your question, that guy Yeager, I do not consider Samoans black. Just because the Rock Daddy was black, don't make all of them motherfuckers black. They're not. I don't appreciate Jacob Fatu running around saying the N-word all day. I don't walk around calling people the N-word. Did I used to use it? Yeah, when I was young and dumb. But I'm not foolish anymore. I don't like to hear Jacob Fatu saying that all willy-nilly like it's nothing, but that's what they do. A lot of cultures do that. I know better. I'm not that naive. But, yeah, a lot of them act like us. I know that's what you're getting at, that guy, Yeager. I'm going to say it. They act like us. They think they us. They kind of want to be us. But like Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a ninja, but don't nobody want to be a ninja. And that's basically it in so many words. You got to be black probably to understand exactly where I'm coming from. But no, I do not consider them us. Are they cool? Do they got swag and stuff like us? Yeah, they kind of got a little aura with them, some of them. But go back to your thing. Remember when the Usos came out and they used to slap and clap and do all that you know, all that tribe stuff? You know, the Samoan stuff, all of their lineage. They used to follow their lineage. Now, all of a sudden, they got gold grills and chains and they eat all day. You know, when they throw up wands and they call themselves a bloodline and all of that, like that, who that reminds you of? Why we couldn't do that? That's all I'm saying. That's what's getting old in the WWE. That's why they're losing some of the black fans. You can't use, us for your SummerSlam and WrestleMania theme songs and all that official theme music and bring out Cardi B's and all of that. Who cares? And then say, yeah, let's bring more black people to the show just to show the black casual fans that we brought to the show with the black music artists that black people ain't gonna win shit. They're gonna be jobbers, or they're gonna take pins, or they're just not gonna get pushed, or they're gonna be clowns and playing comedy roles and things like that. Like, come on, man. Now, I'm not saying they only do black stars like that. Chelsea Green is a prime example. She's just a female R-Truth. I don't know. I don't like that either one bit. She's better than that. But that's just how they see certain people. And when they see you in a certain light, that's the only light you're going to be in. But yeah, that guy, Yeager, I thank you for the question. I get where you're going with it, though. But to answer your question, no, I do not. They're not. They're just not. I mean, that's like saying, do you consider... That's like asking, I don't even know what you are, that guy, Yeager, but let's just say you're a white male, you're a Caucasian. That's just like me asking you, do you consider Samoans white? How would you take that? Or would you even think that, why would he ask me that? Or why would I see them as white? I know where you're going with it. They're cosplaying us. That's why you thought you could ask me that. I know. That's their fault. And there's some idiots out there that do consider that. My co-host, not calling my co-host an idiot, but he has actually laughed at that and said that they just Samoan ninjas. Because that's a joke that his favorite comedian, Paul Mooney, once said. Samoans ain't nothing but Samoan ninjas. It was funny, but it's not true. and on top of that, he was calling us that word again. And I'm not that. So, anyway, thank y'all for joining me. This has been the Great Debate Show. It's been a good show, and y'all have been rocking with me all night, and I've been doing this for 2 hours now, so it is time to fucking go. Y'all be safe. I'll be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Until we eat again, y'all be safe. Peace. Have a good night. Unc said aura. Yeah, aura. Y'all have a good night. See you tomorrow on a terrific Tuesday. On the East Coast, it's already Tuesday. Y'all be safe. Good night.